kitchen. Hope you are having a great day. I've been promising to give you my cheesecake recipe, so today is the day. I'm gonna make these today in muffin tin, and we're gonna make mini cheesecakes, miniature cheesecakes, and I like to do them this way. Number one, it cuts down on the baking time. It takes a lot less time to bake these than a whole cheesecake. It's the same recipe for a whole cheesecake. You cook in a spring foam pan, it just doesn't take near as long. And also they disperse easily, so if you've got a few people you want to hand them out to and share them with, they share very easily. So that's one reason that I like to make them in the mini form. Also, it helps with portion control. If you just eat one small cheesecake, then you know, hey, I've had one, that's enough. Sometimes it's easy to go back and get a bigger piece or another piece of cheesecake. So it is for me anyway. All right, so let's just jump in and get started. Okay, so I've got my stand mixer. This is really the best when making a cheesecake. However, you can use a hand mixer. If you've got a good hand mixer, you can use that, but I'm gonna use my stand mixer. I have 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. Now, this cream cheese has come to room temperature. I've had it sitting out on the counter just about all afternoon. Cheesecake is not something that you can just decide you're going to do at the last minute. You've got to let this come to room temperature. So there's 4, and I'm going to put them in my mixer. And I'm going to use this paddle, and I'm just going to cream all 4 of these together good. And they are really, they're at room temperature. It doesn't take but just a minute to get that cream together. There we go. Now to my cream cheese, I'm going to go ahead and add my sugar. This doesn't have a whole lot of sugar, I don't think, when you consider how much it makes. It's just 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to start adding my sugar. I hit the wrong one. Alright, I'm going to add my sugar, just kind of slowly. 1 cup of sugar to 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. Now I'm going to scrape the sides down. I don't know if you can hear that, but my mixer, it has a little rod knocking or something. I probably need a new one. So I'm going to cream that around really good. That's looking good. Now I have 4 large eggs. So I've got it on low, and I'm going to just start adding 1 egg at a time. Let those get broken up, and then I'm going to kick it up a little bit, not on real high. I've got it on about 2 or 3. I'm going to scrape my sides down. Let me go ahead and knock it down because I'll have this spatula flipped out in the floor. Let me turn it off. Raise it up. And I'm just going to scrape up from the bottom to make sure I don't want any clumps or lumps in it. All right. Put it back down. Lock it in place. There we go. I'm just gonna put it on 2, I think is good. And I'm just watching it to make sure all the little lumps get smooth out and creamy. It's a very simple, very basic cheesecake recipe. It's looking pretty good. Okay, I have 2 tablespoons of vanilla flavoring. So I'm going to drizzle that in. Okay, I've got the vanilla flavoring all in. Just letting it work around a little bit. And that is it for your batter for your cheesecake. So that was 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, 1 cup of sugar, and 4 eggs, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla flavoring. So you just let this mix until it's good and creamy. And I'm going to let this finish mixing. All right, I'm getting ready to make my crust. So on the crust, we're going to make 2 batches of crust because I know that I'm not going to have quite enough to fill all the cups up like I like. So I'm going to make 2 batches. So 1 batch is 1 package of graham crackers, 1 stick of melted butter, and 1/4 cup of sugar. So I'm doing 2 packages of graham crackers, 2 sticks of melted butter, and 1/2 cup of sugar. So I'm just going to break these up and put them into my food processor. I've got 1 package in there right now, so let me, it's kind of full. I'm going to pulse this. Just to get them broken up. I'm going to go ahead, actually I'll take that off. I'm going to go ahead and drop a few more in. I don't like it. Okay. This is the best way to break them up is with the food processor. To me, if you put them in a Ziploc bag and, you know, take a rolling pin over them, stuff like that, that's some suggestions I've seen before. Okay, once you get all your crackers pulsed fine, you can add your sugar. I just dumped it all in there at once. And then, get my sugar mixed in, I'm going to start drizzling in my butter. Let it run until it starts getting all the dry mixed in with the wet. And it starts forming a little dough. Yeah, it's working pretty good. That's worked in really well. Okay, so now let me get my muffin tin. And my little cup. And my little tool. I have a little tool here that I press the crust down with. So I'm just going to take some out. Put it in. Dump it in. You can use your fingers to press it into the muffin tin, or you can use this little tool, press it in there. I like for it to come up on the edges a little bit. Not all the way up the cup, but I do like to have a good little crust on it. And I'll take one out and show you. Kind of up on the edges a little. You can see how it's done. So depending on how thick you want your crust and how far up on the edge you want it, that'll determine how much you put in your cup. If you want more, put more. If you want less, put less. But you may have to end up making some more. Okay, I'm going to work on this, getting all these cups filled, and I'll come back and we'll put the batter in and get them in the oven. Okay, I got all my cups filled. I didn't bring it up on the edge of the liner too far because I really was afraid I'd run out. So they're mostly just filled in the bottom. Got a little scoop, and I'm just going to start putting a good heaping scoop in each cup. Some will probably be a little bigger than others. That's okay. You might just want a little one, or you might want a big one. Try not to make too big a mess, but I probably will. Alright. Got this first one filled. Alright, I've got one filled. Alright, and I'm going to just shake them down just to kind of let them get down and be even. Now I'm going to fill the second one. One of my muffin pans is stoneware. And one of them is just an aluminum pan. I really don't know which one I like the best, to be honest with you. I've had them both for a long time, over 10 years. But I don't know. It really just depends. Sometimes I like the stone one better. It feels to me like it cooks more evenly. But I don't know. I have pretty good success with both. So let me give you some advice on these. Don't open the oven door. The last time I made them, I hadn't made them in a while, so I wasn't real sure how long I was going to cook them. And I kept peeping through the oven door at them. So, I also think I got more in them this time than I did the last time, but I think they'll be fine. I'm just going in and kind of filling in on some of the ones that seem a little bit skimpy. And just touching them up. Okay, so I'm going to shake these down. And I'm just going to wipe some of the Ones I dripped, and I might have dripped a little crust in one. There's some crust right there. I'm going to dip it out because I don't want it to be on top of it. There we go. Just kind of leveling them out. All right, so now they're going to go. I am putting them in a 325 oven. My oven gets really hot, so 350, I'm afraid they'll cook too fast and they'll burn. So I've got mine heated to 325. If yours doesn't get real hot, then 350 would be what you'd want to bake it on. But I even bake my regular cakes on 325, so if you normally bake something on 350, then 350 should be fine. So I'm putting it in my oven on 325 for about 22 minutes. And then I'm going to peep at them barely. I hope I don't open the door, but I'm going to set my timer for 22 minutes, and I'm not going to look at them for 22 minutes. Okay? I put them in the middle rack, so I'm going to let them go. Timer, 22 minutes, start. All right, 22 minutes, and then we'll see how they come out. All right, I'm back. I got the cheesecakes out of the oven, and they're cooling down now, and they look pretty good. I already took one out. They're still hot, so you don't really want to mess with them a lot while they're hot. You want them to cool down. I put it on this red towel, so hopefully you could see it a little better. You can see the crust up on the edge. It's still in the cup, still in the liner, but they're pretty good. You can top them with any kind of toppings you like. You can buy canned pie filling, like a blueberry pie filling, cherry pie filling, any type that you like, and you can top them with that. You could take fresh or frozen strawberries and slice them up, put a little bit of sugar and water on them, and that makes an excellent topping. Chocolate syrup, nuts, caramel, anything you can think of, really, that sounds good to you, you can put on top of these. I'm going to share these with some people, and hopefully they'll like them, and I think you will like them if you give them a try. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed my cheesecake recipe. Until next time.